guys, Blackwing2040 here, back with another comic book review of the Teen Titans series. I stumbled. But anyway, the next series we're gonna review is, and this is probably the most tragic story in Teen Titans history. This volume is called Teen Titans Life and Death, and it kind of already hints about who lives and who dies. So this is probably one of the most tragic Titan stories I have ever read in my life. Because, well, for instance, it takes place during the Infinite Crisis, and during the Infinite Crisis, a lot, and I mean a lot, of heroes died during this crisis. The second Blue Beetle, Ted Cord died. Wonder Woman killed Maxwell Lord. Who else died? I mean, there was a lot, and I mean a lot of superhero and villain deaths. I mean, no one cares about the villains, but there are a lot of superhero deaths in this issue. So the story starts up with Donna Troy asking Cyborg for assistance because she plans on taking some heroes into space with her to fight during the crisis. So Beast Boy's in charge of watching over the Titans, even though there weren't that many Titans in the tower that night. Raven was asleep, Tim Drake was on the phone, and Titan's tower gets an unsuspected visitor, Red Hood. So Red Hood comes into Tim Drake's room and he says, "Hey Tim, I was here first." So this turns into a grudge match between Jason Todd and Tim Drake, and I know every Batman fan would really love this fight, because here's the thing though, Jason rips off his regular costume and he's wearing a Robin costume with yellow leggings and yellow armbands. So as you may think Tim has Jason on the run, but no. Here's the thing though, Jason is just mad because no one cared about him when he died, because when he walked into the memorial room, he sees all the statues for the former Titans, and he's upset because there was never a statue for himself. Just to clarify some things, Jason was not a Titan for that long. He really wasn't. And plus, with him being the second Robin, back when he first appeared, the public didn't like him. So DC sent out a petition saying, should we kill him or no? People said yes. Jason Todd got killed. Of course, if it wasn't for Jason Todd's death, we wouldn't get the cool Red Hood. So Jason Todd accepts that Tim is the better Robin than he was. He feels like Tim actually did live up to the legacy of being a better Robin, but other than that, he just leaves the tower. So after that, a lot of strange things have been happening, like the people, the supernatural people, or the DC heroes with magical powers. Their powers have been slipping away due to the Spectre acting crazy. I don't know what happened, but Spectre was going nuts. So Raven has been losing control of her powers, not like in a bad way, but like she hasn't been able to use them. And other than that, after that, Titan's tower gets under attack by former Titans. Cole, she was resurrected by Brother Blood, and Brother Blood brought back a few dead past Titan members. He brought back Hawk and Dove, he brought Cole back, he brought Phantasm, and who else did he bring back? And yeah, that's pretty much it. And Omen. So it was really crazy thing, because a lot of the heroes had to fend for themselves because not many heroes were active at the time. Superboy was in Smallville because after an incident, Lex Luthor took over his mind. making him act. Making him activate his Luthor genes, because Superboy is half human, half Kryptonian. He has half of Lex Luthor's genes inside of him. So he felt like he couldn't be with the Titans after that moment. But the only Titans that were active were Speedy, Kid Flash, Wonder Girl, Beast Boy, and Raven. So, and Robin, well, Robin was busy elsewhere. Who knows where Tim was. But during that fight, Raven and Beast Boy teleport into the morgue for safety because they weren't ready to face. And not only that, we got such a beautiful, beautiful moment that I know Teen Titans fans would love to see. Check this out. Oh yeah, this is how it happened. Beast Boy and Raven embrace in their first kiss. I know I had to show this. I had to show that picture because any Teen Titan fan would love that moment, because we all knew Raven and Beastie had a thing for each other. So Raven finds out that the gateway between life and death is open for the dead to be coming into the land of the living, and Beast Boy and Raven decide to go there to see if they were able to close it. And turns out, ironically, there's literally a door that says life and death on it. And the person who's in charge of guarding the door, his name is Kid Eternity. Now, he has the power to make contact with any dead person or dead figure, and he could instantly bring them to life. Well, not bring them to life, or like bring them forward to someone just by saying eternity. So Brother Blood locked him in front of the door, and Brother Blood was able to bring back a couple of dead Titan members. And when Brother Blood bites someone, he's able to get that person's powers. So he was able to resurrect those Titans for apparent reasons. And so Beast Boy and Raven freed Kid Eternity, and Kid Eternity brought back all the past generations of Brother Blood, and they sent Brother Blood back to hell. So I guess that's the last time we see of Brother Blood anyway. And now I guess this is where the tragedy of the story starts to begin. So Superboy is in Smallville, and he sees another person dressed up as Superboy. Well, another Superboy in a Superman costume. And turns out this is another Superboy from a different Earth. And of course, this is Superboy Prime from Earth Prime. And so this turns into a huge fist fight across Smallville. And while this is happening, Beast Boy goes to the Doom Patrol to figure out why Elastigirl or Elastigirl is not dead. And then after that, a huge shatter happens between the fabric of reality, because the Doom Patrol didn't know who Beast Boy was until that shaking the fabric of time and reality just happened. And then suddenly they remember each other, because when Beast Boy joined the Doom Patrol, he was like their mascot, and Elastigirl and Mento were like their Beast Boy's parents, because Beast Boy lost his parents when he was younger. And so back to the battle with Superboy and Superboy Prime, it's getting pretty gruesome. And so Beast Boy calls all the reserve Titan members. Kid Flash brings the Justice Society, and Beast Boy brings the Doom Patrol. Now, Superboy Prime tries to reason with all the heroes, saying that he's not a threat, and he kills 3 Titans. He kills Panther, he kills Wildebeest, and he kills Bushido. Like, he incinerates Bushido with his heat vision. And it was just so tragic and horrific to see. And so the Flashes, Wally, Jay, and Bart decide to push Superboy into the Speed Force. And while they may have trouble putting him into the Speed Force, but Barry actually pulled him in. So this was like before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, where Barry actually ran so fast he saved everyone, and people thought he was dead. Barry was just in the Speed Force. But anyway, back to the main storyline. Superboy's body started to deteriorate, and Robin decided to go to a LexCorp laboratory to get a formula to save his life. And so he brings Speedy and Wonder Girl with him. And there's this moment where Speedy kind of breaks the fourth wall a bit. She says, "We're all kind of fictional characters in a way." I'm like, wow, you never thought you would hear a breaking of the fourth wall in the Titans book. You know what? As a matter of fact, let me show you guys that anyhow, because you would never believe what you could hear in a Titans book. But this takes place in two Robin issues, and here we are, right here, like this portion of the top right here. If you guys could read it, I'll just hold it up for a couple of seconds so you guys could look at it. And that's the pretty cool thing about it. She says, "A very minor secondary comic relief character in your case." No, here's how it said. Beast Boy says, "There are some philosophers who opine that nothing is real and we're all fictional characters." So that's kind of a breaking of the fourth wall. And so they were able to retrieve the formulas from LexCorp. Lex already knew they were coming, so that's why he let them take them. And so the formulas actually work. Only one was able to work, because they brought as many as they could, but they lost them because they ran into a couple of Lex bots. And Lex said if Superboy ever got a dose of more than one, it could have killed him. So one was more than enough. So Superboy's body returned. He began healing again, and the Titans head to Bloodhaven because the secret society of supervillains dropped the chemical monster Chemo into Bloodhaven. And so this was a tragic moment because Nightwing was there because Bloodhaven is his home. And so Robin decides to take the mantle of leadership of the Titans at that moment because he felt like he wasn't up to the task, but Superman told him, "You're more than qualified to lead the team now." So Robin accepted and told every hero to follow their lead and save as many civilians as they can. While after that, Superboy and Wonder Girl have a little moment together where they're just relaxing on Smallville. And Superboy feels like he's regained his full strength. He rendezvous with Nightwing back at Titan's Tower, and the sky is full with multiple Earths, which is like closing to the end of the Infinite Crisis. So Superboy has this crystal, and it tells him where direction they need to head to, and it also recalls of past moments that they had together in the DC history. So Superboy and Nightwing travel north, and as soon as they got there, they see this huge tower, which is like engraved of the corpse of the Anti-Monitor. And Alexander Luthor of Earth 3 is fusing two Earths together into one Earth, which is kind of a bad thing. So Superboy and Nightwing find a way to try to shut the machine off. Wonder Girl comes in and joins the fight, and they were able to hold themselves together. And then Superboy Prime shows up with an armor kind of like the Anti-Monitors, and before he was about to he was about to rush into Nightwing and probably kill him. Superboy comes in and saves himself, and he says round two. This shows you that he was not messing around this time, and at that moment they fly into the tower. The tower explodes, and Superboy Prime is gone, but Superboy is dead on the ground. And in his last moments, him and Cassie just have a little brief moment. Wonder Girl says that he saved everyone, because pretty much Superboy was the hero of this crisis. And after that, this is what happened. Superboy dies. Now, I don't like reading stories where my favorite heroes heroes die, because I got to know Superboy through Young Justice, and upon finding out that he was also a Titan is also amazing. But seeing him die in this issue, it just, my jaw dropped and it made me sad. So it was a really, really sad tale to read. It was just really sad. And it really made me feel bad inside, because everyone felt this, because a lot of people died during this crisis. But other than that, that's the end of this review. Stay tuned for the next review, which is going to be the 1 year later storyline, which is like a 1 year gap between the Infinite Crisis and what happens. And the next storyline, it will be called Titans Around the World, and it will show you what happens between the 1 year gap, and this will change the Titans forever. So until then, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay golden.